Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good. Like the network was actually some kind of bad, like very bad. So, but now we are back live, and is that the online will move us through.
Thank God.
So, without
So,
wasting much of our time, so yeah, I think our time is fast. And, okay, so I'm about to view on YouTube now. Can you still hear me?
I can hear you perfect.
Okay, good. Just trying to view us. Okay, so we're now live on YouTube. Uh, before, to see before now, and the title is Design Your Career. Design Your Career, and so without wasting much of our time, it's actually a great privilege to have with me um, Sobowale Joseph, and with me, and I just want us to know that this has actually been hosted by Arknote Academy, a subsidiary of Arknote Media People. And, Mr. Joseph, I'm so grateful for your availability and more on this platform. It's actually a great privilege to have you. God bless you, sir. So, as we all know that we are actually after the vision of seeing other people to grow. That we are not just monetary conscious, that we are not just the money minded people, but we are also after seeing other like grow, and also to make our world a better place. Yeah, to make our world a better place. It's actually one of our vision and one of our core to see other grow. So, as we all know, once again, this is a webinar titled Design Your Career. And about this webinar, it says designing your career as a graphic designer is all about helping aspiring graphic designers turn their passion for design into a fulfilling career. This webinar provides valuable insights and strategies on how to succeed in the competitive world of graphic design, covering topics such as building a strong portfolio, networking with clients, finding job opportunities, and continuing to grow as a graphic designer. Attendees will learn from experienced industry experts who will share practical tips and advice on how to achieve success in this exciting field. Whether you're just starting out or looking to take your career to the next level, this webinar is a must attend for everyone interested in pursuing a career in graphic design. And to buttress more on that, I it's this webinar is not just for graphic designer, but it might actually looks like maybe you are just streamlining it to only graphic designer. But sincerely speaking, even if you're going to be joining as what is it called as another person in another field, yeah, this webinar is also for you. Yeah, it's also for you because there are some certain key points that will be addressing. Yeah, there are some certain key points that will be addressing, and sincerely speaking, if you can stay to the end, there are a lot of things you would gain, you would actually benefit from this webinar. So at this point, we'll be doing an introduction of our speakers, and
Samuel is
yeah,
a
we have.
multi-talented creative professional with expertise in design, video creation, cinematography,
So
and web development. He is known for his innovative approach, strategic thinking, and leadership skills. Samuel is passionate about mentoring young creatives, both within and outside the field. His divine strategic thinking has helped achieve excellent goals for ministries and organizations both within and outside Nigeria. Overall, Samuel is the team lead at Arknote Media Global, a passionate and dedicated creative professional with a proven track record of delivering outstanding results. His talent, leadership skills, and commitment to excellence make him an asset to any organization that he is a part of. Joseph is a creative expert and a multi-versatile graphic designer with more than 5 years of experience in branding identity design, print designs, multimedia and digital communication. He is inventive, a brilliant team player and a leader who has volunteered, mentored several young creative minds to their creative peaks. His understanding of design as a problem-solving tool has helped to achieve excellent goals with brands and ministries. He is an expert in illustrating brand identity and registering an irresistible product in clients' mind. His core perspective about graphic designs are simplicity, modernized and creative. Joseph is the team lead of Joe Graphics.
yeah, so welcome back. Please, if you can hear me, kindly notify me that yes, you can hear me because I just noticed my mic was actually mute all through the first presentation I made. Please, if you can hear me, just let me know. Please, in the comment section. So you can hear me. Hello, can anyone hear me? Can you hear me?
Hear you.
Okay, so I'm going to take this presentation again. That's about this webinar. As I've said, is all about helping aspiring graphic designer turn their passion to design into a fulfilling career. This webinar provides valuable insights and strategies on how to succeed in the competitive world of graphic design, covering topics such as building a strong portfolio, networking with clients, finding job opportunities, and continue to grow as a graphic designer. Attendees will learn from experienced industry experts who will share practical tips and advice on how to achieve success in this exciting field. Whether you're just starting out or looking to take your career to the next level, this webinar is a must attend for anyone interested in pursuing a career in graphic design. So, in a nutshell, most of us might actually think that okay, this webinar is actually streamlined to to uh, to to a graphic designer, like maybe probably only if you are just a graphic designer. But I want to I want to put it out so that this webinar is not just for a graphic designer. Yeah, it's not just only limited to graphic designer because there are some key points that will be addressed on this online platform, and definitely you benefit from it. So don't just see that oh it's a graphic designer thing or a graphic designer platform, and so I'm not needed. So I don't have to be on this platform. I just want you to relax, pick the one that speaks to you and leave the rest. So pick the one that speaks to you and leave the rest. So once again, welcome to a webinar titled Design Your Career. So it's a great privilege to have you all on this platform. Okay, so on to the next slide. Some of the content we'll be talking about is why graphic design, building a strong portfolio, networking with clients, finding job opportunities, growing your career, question and answer and conclusion. So I want us to know that beyond we excelling before you can build a strong portfolio, before you can have a networking like networking with clients, there is a particular thing that you must understand, and which is the foundation part of every skill that you actually learn. Either you're a graphic designer, either a fashion designer, either maybe in the aspect of the catering, whatever skill you actually learn, there is always a foundation. So like there's a basic knowledge that you must know. And one of those things I've always been sharing with people is before you lay out on anything, why do you want to do it? Why? So if you can't find the purpose of a particular thing, definitely you there is every possibility to to take it for granted and not even be able to see the benefits and the should I say the good things in it. So you must answer the question why. Why do you want to choose this? Why graphic design? Why graphic design? So on to the next slide. We have graphic design is an exciting and fulfilling career with endless possibility for creativity and innovation. And here are some of the reasons why graphic design is a great career choice. So I'm going to start by saying creative expression. And when we're talking about creative expression, as a graphic designer, I personally, as a graphic designer, have learned some things that have actually built me up. And when it comes to venturing into this designing field or designing industry, I realized that the level of creativity increased. Please, if you can hear me, just comment that yes, I can. So we can move on with the section. Yeah. So one of those things I've realized about being a graphic designer is that the creativity, like the creative mindset increased, and that's just it. There is no way you would be a graphic designer that you won't increase when it comes to creativity. Only if you just choose to say, okay, oh, I want to be in that mediocrity. You get so because one thing about a graphic designer is we think about new ideas and we would always try as much as possible that the same design made today is not the same design that will be made tomorrow. So that how can I add creativity to it? So in finding this problem solved will definitely draw you to build your creativity thinking. Your creative thinking will definitely increase. So another thing I have here on my list is it also allows you to create unique and impactful visual messages. So whatever design you are making, please if you can hear me, just let me know. Let me know that yes, you can hear me. Please, if you can hear me. Hello? Please, if you can hear me, just let me know that yes, you can hear me. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Let me know you can hear me. Please. Hello? Please, if you can hear me. Mr. Joseph, if you can hear me, let me know, please.
Yes, I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you.
Yes.
Yes, I can hear
Okay.
you.
So what am I trying to say in essence is that It's as a graphic designer, you are not a graphic designer. You shouldn't be called a graphic designer if what you create is not, number one, unique, number two, impactful. That is very important. Impactful. So that the design you are making pass out a message, and your design is able to solve that problem. And that also talks about all other businesses, all other skills. If you are into whatever skills you might actually call it, you are to solve a problem. As a fashion designer, there are a lot of fashion. I don't know why I'm just calling fashion designer. Probably maybe someone is actually going to gift us a fashion stuff. So what am I trying to say in essence is that whatever skills you're actually into, you are solving a problem. So you're actually solving a problem. Have it in your mind that you are solving a problem. So until what you are doing is able to solve the problem in that industry. So as an entrepreneur, so let me just put it like generally, as an entrepreneur, have it in your mind that yes, you are solving a problem. And if you begin to have this mindset within you that, oh, in this industry, okay, as a carpenter, as a carpenter, entrepreneur, as a graphic designer, as a motion designer, as whatsoever, like just mention, I'm here to solve a problem. So until you are able to realize, so the very moment you begin to realize that yes, I'm here to solve a problem, definitely you begin to see yourself thinking on how to what creatively and strategically solve that problem. You get, so you will definitely find yourself thinking strategically to solve a problem. So this indirectly or directly helps you to increase your creative thinking. So that is one thing about graphic designer. So you get, so that's one thing about graphic designer. And that thing is, okay. Another point I want to note here is I want you to know that you are the source of creativity. You are the source of the creativity, not the software. So as a graphic designer, I've actually known this that it's not about the software I use. Maybe I'm using Photoshop, maybe I'm using Canva, maybe I'm using Pixel Lab. So it's not about these softwares. It's about me. So oftentimes I've always been sharing that use the little gadgets you have to get the kind of results you have, like the kind of results you want. So it's not about how big. Oftentimes I don't know, maybe this has been my quote. It's not how big or how large or how powerful your sword is. It's about how you yourself can use that sword. So some of us will be saying that, oh, it's because I don't have Photoshop, then that's why the design is not coming out professionally. It's because I don't have. I'm just trying to. So I'm just trying to look at something. So some of us will say, oh, it's because I don't have. Hi, how can I? Okay, it's because I don't have a bank account. That's why I'm not saving. Just think about that. It's not enough to be a good reason for you to say, oh, because I don't have a bank account, that's why I'm not saving. So the issue is you yourself, you need to work on the creative mindset that, okay, regardless of the software I'm using, I'm good to go. The creativity is in me, not in the software. I'm the one putting out the creativity, not the software putting out the creativity on the design. How would you get that? So another thing is the diverse opportunity. There are diverse opportunity when it comes to design. There are diverse opportunities embedded in being a graphic designer. There are a lot of diverse opportunities. And why do we have diverse opportunities? Number one, graphic designing is not just streamlined on one discipline. It actually splits on different bases. So we have the UI UX designers, we have web designers, like the web designers, we have product designers, we have adverts, all of these things, marketing. So we have various disciplines, sub disciplines in designing in the industry, in the designing industry. So there are diverse, and because of these various subcategories you get in designing or in graphic design. That's why we have diverse opportunities. So until you can come out of that shell and discover the kind of field or the kind of categories that you're actually going to want fixed in, and once you get fixed into it, try to build that professionality within you. Build your professionality on what you are specialized on. How to get that? So just build yourself, build that mastery, build that mastery. It's very important. Build that mastery on that particular thing that you are focused on. You don't have to focus on many things. Focus on one, two. It's okay. It's okay. And make sure you are professional in that thing. Make sure you are professional. That people will know that yes, this is who you are. People will definitely know that okay, this is what you do. I want to get that so that people can know that this is what you do. Another thing is high demand. Yes, there is actually an high demand when it comes to like a high demand when it comes to the graphic designing industry. We have a lot of high demand. Don't forget we're still talking about why graphic design high demand. So I here in my note I have hardly would you see an organization, and that's just it. Hardly would you see an organization that does not demand for graphic designs or graphics design services. Hardly would you see, because in this digital age, most of the organization wants to publish on billboard, put their advert, put put up their flyers design, their social media designs. So they can't do it, like they can't do this on their own. They need people, they need organizations like the designing organizations that can handle this on their behalf. And that is why there is high demand. That is why there is high demand. Only an organization that wants to stay back and that does not want to come out of the shell, because in this present age that we are, especially when it comes to social media engagement, most of the organizations, even individuals, they engage with graphic designs. So, in as much there is a need for them, since we have like there is a need for them to engage or venture into this designing, maybe their marketing for advertisements and all of that, definitely it's going to call for an high demand, like a high demand for those who can handle it. So, and oftentimes I've always been saying this, that don't, before you pick any skills, I'm going to say this, before you pick any skills, it's very important. Please always check for the demand, like the rate at which there is a demand on that skill. So don't just look at about the current demand. Look about current and look about the futuristic demand of that skill. Don't just pick any skill. Please don't just pick any skill. Check for the demand. What's the rate at which this particular skill, like the services for this skill, is actually demanded in the market. So because if there'll be high rates, or should I say high demand on that skill, definitely there'll be high income for you. And I'm so sure the major reason for choosing any skill is because of money. Are we together? Are we? Don't you like money? Don't you want to earn? So, in as much you want to earn that money, so Mr. Joseph, I can see you. So, in as much you want to earn that money, so and it depends. If you want to be getting this maybe weekly, so you must actually think about this thing very well. Is it weekly you want to be earning your income? So if you're going to be earning weekly, check for skills that are actually of high demand and it will be demanded weekly. So if it's actually monthly, then you will know that okay, this particular skill that I'm actually going for, it's maybe monthly demands. But when it comes to graphic designing, my brother, my sister, I'm going to tell you the truth. Like I must tell you the truth. I must tell you the truth. There are high tendencies that you might, or you can even get a weekly demand. A weekly demand. Why? Number one, the cost of it, like the cost for the targeted audience to actually demand for it, it's not that high. You get, like, it's not that high. Some graphic designer charge maybe like 25,000 per design. Some maybe maybe if it's actually an individual, maybe 5,000 naira minimum. Yeah, minimum 5,000 naira. So this amount of money, it's actually still affordable for those who will be in need of the design. You get, so you can't compare the rate at which designs are demanded to that of the way website development will be demanded. A website development might actually maybe like two months interval, but graphic designing, sincerely speaking, like graphic design, you can get like 3 to 4 demand within a week. So you check for services, or you check for skills that are actually of high demand, and like it won't be like maybe monthly stuff. Then you will not be waiting before. No. So these are the things that you must check out for. And also, it's also the fulfillment aspect of it. Yeah, when it comes to why choosing a graphic design, the fulfillment aspect of it is that it's actually a joy. Yeah, I'm going to talk from experience now. It's actually a joy to me when I see people, like people's imagination comes to reality through my design. And that is one of the evidence that, yes, as a graphic designer, this person is creative. Because why? It's somehow when you bring the imagination of some persons or an organization to reality. Because the only thing they will give to you is they will tell you, oh, Arknote or Yo graphics. They say, I want the design to, I want the person to stand like this. I want the some person will not even give you description. Am I right, Mr. Joseph? Some persons will not even give you description. They will just send you the details and tell you that, okay, I need the marketing design. So as a graphic designer, you not be the one to think about it. You think, I've actually been in this field very well. You would think, like tomorrow is not coming again. So you have to think. You will think and think. Okay, how am I going to achieve this that has been explained to me? How am I going to achieve these designs or this information that has been given to me? And that comes the creativity. Do you get? So it's a joy. It's a joy within us, or like me personally, when I see people's imagination comes to reality through my design. And that same thing goes to all other all entrepreneur on this platform or on this live broadcast. It's a fulfillment. There is always a fulfillment in that skills that you've chosen. Why? Because you are solving a problem. That's just it. In as much you're solving a problem, that's a great fulfillment. That's a great fulfillment. Everyone, either whatever field you are operating from or offering your services from, in as much you are solving the problem, definitely you are fulfilling. That's just it, that you're fulfilling. So on the, I think the last one on the list is constantly evolving. Yeah. When it comes to graphic designing, it's actually a platform or an industry that is not just limited. So it's not just limited. Every day by day, there is this new development in technology. So, and like new development in the industry with technologies. So I think, I don't know, some of us might have actually come across with this AI or everything. And oftentimes, I personally have actually been thinking about it that, okay, now AI is coming, has even come, not even coming. AI is here to dominate, like to actually take a place when it comes to um, uh, uh, offering services and some other stuff. So in this designing industry, technology has increased, has actually advanced. I would say that, so it has actually advanced, and that is one thing about graphic designing. It will always put you on the run. It it will always challenge you. You get, so it will always challenge you that, okay, now this particular era, something has changed in the graphic designing industry. How do I upgrade? How do I top up? How do I mount up? How do I add to the value within me? Oh, so because one thing about this industry is you must make sure that you develop yourself at all times. So you never stop learning, like never stop learning. And that is one thing that the graphic designing industry will do to you. Never stop learning. Because every day by day, technology advance, the industry advance. So as at this point, you should begin to think that, okay, how can my graphic designing services that I actually offer, how can it relate with, how can I merge it to the AI? How can it work with alongside with AI? How can I use AI with graphic designing? So that shows your level of what your creativity. That yes, you're not standing at the back, but now you are advancing, even as the world advances, even as the industry advances. And that is one thing that the graphic designing industry will do to you. Always think that yes, you never stop learning. Never stop learning. At all time, you are what? You are evolving even as the industry evolves. Altogether. So these things are very important. The 5 keys that I've actually mentioned are very, very important to learn and also to leverage on. So on to the next slide, we are building a strong portfolio. Building a strong portfolio. As a graphic designing, as a designer, you must have this in mind. No one will know what you are doing until you put it out to them. Note that. Note that. It's very important. No one will know what you are capable of until you put it out to them. No one. No one will know what you are doing or what you are capable. How is it called? How creative you are until you put it out there. No one. So, and when it comes to creating a portfolio, there are many things that it actually helps with. You get, because people are not even ready to listen to what you are like, or to actually listen to what you are good at. They want to see the result. People want to see the results. They want to see what you are doing. How to get that? They want to see what you are doing. They want to see what you are doing. So how do you tend to communicate this to them? How do you tend to communicate this to them? And the best thing is to create a strong portfolio for yourself. So in the graphic designing industry, having a strong portfolio is actually essential for showcasing your skills and talents to potential employers and clients. Your portfolio is your chance to make a great first impression and demonstrate your ability to create effective and visually appealing designs. So let me just explain that before I further explain the rest. If you are here and you call yourself an entrepreneur, please, this is very important. Please, this is very important. Try to get a portfolio that will showcase what you do. So it's not just to showcase what you do, to showcase your past projects. Are we together? So to showcase your past projects, let people see your track record. Let them see the kind of project you've handled. So, and this has been some of the obstacles that most of us, like I'm talking from the industry now, most of us have actually we've actually neglected. And oftentimes when probably maybe we want to apply for a role of a creative designer, maybe in a company, and we are now asked, even if our customers, our clients ask us that, oh, let me see the kind of work you've done, then we will now begin to send, what is it called? Our designs one after the other as pictures. And like the person will now say, please, how many do you want me to see? The best thing is just create a portfolio. Create a portfolio. See, some of us might be saying that, oh, I don't have the money to manage. You don't have to buy any domain. My brother, my sister, you don't need to buy any domain. You don't need it. You don't have to spend any amount of money. So because we have our social media platform, Instagram is there. Instagram is there. Make that Instagram as your portfolio. And also, I'm going to share a particular platform that I personally use this. Yeah, I actually personally use this. I personally use this for my own portfolio, and I'm so sure that it will definitely help some other persons on this platform. Yeah, it will definitely help. It will definitely help. So let me quickly share my screen while we see it. And please, if you can hear me, let me know. Please, just let me know. Drop that in the comment section. If you can hear me, let me know. Yeah, please, if you can hear me, let me know. If you can hear me, please let me know. Very important. If you can hear me, please let me know. If you can hear me, please let me know. Thank you. Please, if you can hear me, let me know. Mr. Joseph, if you can hear me, let me know, please. In the comment section, if you can hear me, just let me know. Just let me know, please. Can you hear me, Mr. Joseph? Please, if you are watching and if you can hear me, please let me know. Okay.
I can hear you perfectly, 100%. I can hear you loud and
Okay.
clear.
Okay. So what am I trying to say in essence? Building a strong portfolio is very important. Oh,
I can hear you perfectly,
thank you very
100%.
much, Kaduri
I
Solar.
can hear you
Yeah, thank you
loud
very
and clear.
much. Yeah. So what am I saying in essence is that building a strong portfolio is very important. It's very important. It speaks about what you do. Like it allows your work to speak on its own. Yeah, so it allows your work to speak by itself. So, and instead of you like telling people that I'm a graphic designer, okay, I do this, I do that, let them go on the platform and see, like, let them see the past project that you've actually done so far. Let them see it, so that your work will be able to speak on its own, and not you like interfering, like trying to tell a story of yourself. Let your work speak. Let it speak. It's very important. Let it speak. So as I've promised, I think we're having network issue here to actually load the platform, but I think I'll drop the, what is it called? I'll drop yeah, I'll drop the link here, so you can just while you are less busy, you can just do that. So the name of the platform is called Ditcher. Ditcher.page. 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 So Ditcher.page is actually one of the platforms that helps to, what is it called? To actually manage your portfolio. Yeah, it helps to manage your portfolio. It helps to manage your portfolio, and instead of you thinking that, oh, the cost of this, the cost of that, hope it won't cost me much for me to create a portfolio. But I'm so glad to tell you today that you don't have to spend much at all. You are like, even on this teacher.com, like on this teacher platform, I didn't even spend any amount at all. It's free. Like it's free. It's free. It's free. I didn't use any amount to create the platform. It's actually free. So if you don't want to go for that, go for your Instagram. Create an Instagram page and just keep
Please, if you're online, kindly stay in touch. I believe our host will be back or will join us very soon. Please do well to stay online. Thank you. No, you are muted, sir. You're muted, sir. You're muted. No, you are still muted. Perfect.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes, now you are muted before. Oh,
Okay.
it's gone again.
So yeah, okay. I'm so sorry for coming back late and like having this back and forth network issue. It's actually somehow. Yeah. So the last on my list here is to talk about tips on how to create a portfolio that showcase your skills and talents. And one of those things that you must have this, like you must have in mind is choose your best work. So there are some customers. I just have to say this now. There are some clients or customers that would actually demand, like you hear some person they will tell you that this we need designs of 1,000, 2,000 naira. Like and you just wonder that wait 2,000 naira 25. Come on. So this kind of works, I'm so sure that as a graphic designer, even if you're going to take it, you will never want to put all your effort in it. So once you've done this, please try not to put it on your portfolio because it will spoil your work. Please, it's very important. It's you. So choose your best work and like to have them on your portfolio is very important because these are things that would Roger said, yeah, so because it's very important that you choose your best work and you don't because of maybe one client, or because they are not ready to pay, like they are not ready to pay. And like after completing the project and we already learned from this platform that we should always update our portfolio with our works. Please, not all works you have to put on that portfolio. Not all. There are some that I and you we know, like we both know that this work it was actually because we were paid 2,000 naira, 2,000 naira, be 25. That was why we had this kind of design. So that kind of design, I'm so sure that you wouldn't want to put it on your portfolio. So you choose your best work. So you choose your best work. Another one is show a range of skills. So your portfolio should demonstrate your ability to work with different design style, media, formats, include a variety of projects that showcase your range of skills. So even if you're going to be applying for maybe uh, a media firms, or probably maybe you want to get a job from when it comes to like what is it called, a radio station, or maybe probably maybe like a product that this will maybe product designs. Make sure that your portfolio showcase that product designs. Like yes, truly you've done something like this, and this will build their trust, their confidence, and also it will even give you the chance of winning, getting employed. You get, so it will give you the chance of being employed as a graphic designer. If after checking your portfolio, they can find an example of what you've done and what you're applying for. Do you get? So it's very important that what you're applying for, like the job you're actually applying for, as what is it called, um, as what you have in your portfolio. Do you get? So the kind of job you're applying can also be seen in your portfolio. So that's just the nutshell or the summary about it. What you're applying for, okay, you're applying to be a graphic designer, maybe a product designer, maybe UI UX. Make sure that you have that UI UX like project on your portfolio. Not that maybe you're applying for UI UX role, and after checking your portfolio, we can find maybe church flyer. We can find out, like looking all through your portfolio, we can't find at least a single UI UX design. So that shows that you are not fit for that role. So these are the things that you must take note, and you must avoid. You must avoid them. Like you must avoid. It's very important to avoid these things when it comes to building your portfolio. So it's not just about building portfolio, but make sure you have it updated. Make sure you have it updated, and also that what you're applying for, the role you're applying for, the project can also be seen on that your portfolio. So if you've actually gotten one or two things from this section, please kindly put down your comments. Yes, I've gotten something. That is, if it's just one thing that you've gotten on this platform, kindly put it up there. Yes, you've gotten something. So that's the link. Like that's my own link, my own portfolio link, and also I have my Instagram page as well. So, but now let me buttress this before we go. As like personally, my Instagram page was actually used for like the social marketing, just the social marketing for from Arknote, like from the table of Arknote. You get. So even if you're going to check most of our posting on Instagram, you will have it to be like maybe the marketing, like the social marketing designs. So hardly would you see maybe project that we've done. Hardly would you see them posted on that Instagram page. Are we together? Please, if you can hear me, just let me know. If you can hear me, just let me know. Just let me know. If you can hear me, let me know. Mr. Joseph, if you can hear me, let me know, please.
Yes, can hear
Can
you.
hear me, let me know. Can you hear me, Mr. Joseph?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
So hardly would you find maybe the projects we've done in the past on that platform, like on the Instagram page. We have a separate. So we have a separate. I have a separate portfolio whereby I put all the projects, the past projects I've done on the platform. Is that okay? So that is how it actually goes. So the Instagram page will not be occupied, and to even navigate through it will be very hard. So one of those things that you must take notice, that your portfolio is also easy to navigate. It's very easy that people can see that, okay, these are the project that this designing brand has actually handled so far. You get. So it's very addressable that you have probably an external platform whereby you put your past projects. You get. So it's very important, and it's very easy that, okay, when clients ask that, oh, let me see your work so far, you can send the link. You don't have to be sending flyers, maybe designs one after the other. Just send the link to them with a compelling write up. With a compelling write up, put it out to them that, oh, this and this wants to see our past project. Click on the link below. So they will click on it, and once they click on it, that's all. So even if you're going to be applying for a new job role in any organization, attach your link. attach your link, put your link on it. The link to your portfolio. Let them see your past project. So even if they are going to choose between you and someone else that does not have a portfolio, definitely they will choose you. Yes, with the grace of God upon you, they will choose you. So at this point, I want to say a big thank you for joining, and we have my other co-host, my fellow co-host. His name is Sobowale Joseph. Sobowale Joseph. So
Okay, guys. I think we still need to wait for uh, the host before I proceed. Or just stay in touch and keep in touch. I'm very sure probably it's a network issue. So please let's stay in touch um, before continuing. Thank you.
okay. So at this moment, I would actually want to wrap up now, and I'll call on my wonderful brother, Bro Joseph, to take over the section. Yeah, so he will take over the section now. Kindly stay tuned, stay connected. Please, if you know you've not shared this section with maybe your friends, your family, maybe the teenagers or youth, please kindly invite them on this platform.
Samuel is a
So after this
multi-talented creative professional with
slideshow,
expertise in design, video creation, cinematography, and web development. He is known for his innovative approach, strategic thinking, and leadership skills. Samuel is passionate about mentoring young creatives, both within and outside the field. His divine strategic thinking has helped achieve excellent goals for ministries and organizations both within and outside Nigeria. Overall, Samuel is the team lead at Arknote Media Global, a passionate and dedicated creative professional with a proven track record of delivering outstanding results. His talent, leadership skills, and commitment to excellence make him an asset to any organization that he is a part of. Joseph is a creative expert and a multi-versatile graphic designer with more than 5 years of experience in branding identity design, print designs, multimedia and digital communication. He is inventive, a brilliant team player and a leader who has volunteered, mentored several young creative minds to their creative peaks. His understanding of design as a problem-solving tool has helped to achieve excellent goals with brands and ministries. He is an expert in illustrating brand identity and registering an irresistible product in clients' mind. His core perspective about graphic designs are simplicity, modernized and creative. Joseph is the team lead of Joe Graphics.
Okay, so welcome back. So at this point, Bro Joseph will be taking up the remaining of the section, and please kindly stay tuned. And please, you will learn a lot from this section. Please, you will learn a lot. God bless you. Over to you, Bro Joseph. Over to you, sir. You're
Okay,
welcome, sir.
Mr. Shiv. Mr. Shiv. Okay, good afternoon, everybody, and so glad to be here. So nice to be here, and thank you for having me um, on this webinar. And it has been a very great ride. I've learned a lot, even I myself. And please, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, very good. Quick one. So I've learned a lot from even being a being a co-host here. Thank you very much, Arknote. Okay, and everybody, thank you very much for joining. So glad to have you. So quick one, I will just be picking up from where Mr. Shehu uh, stopped. I'll be sharing some. I think I'll be able to share some slides here too. Um, some slide here too. So okay, I believe you can all see my slide. I
Yes,
think
sir.
you can all. Okay, okay. Quick one, quickly. Mr. Shehu has done justice to a lot of uh, a lot of points I will have ever mentioned under these topics, under this topic. But I believe we should be able to pick one or two things from what I'll be sharing. Now, I want to start from. Let me start from the bottom. So let me go to my last slide here. So creatives, I believe we are ready for this. Now, this person I just showed here is one of say distant mentor in the design field, and is an advocate. As you can see, he's a business designer and life coach when it comes to design industry. We can also take our time to check about him. Now, these are some of his powerful quotes I just picked to start off this presentation. Number one, he said, "The challenge then is to turn your hobbies, your interests, and talent into a long-term sustainable career. Your hobbies, interest into a sustainable career is very key. When it comes to design and designing your career, as the theme of the webinar says, so to say, there's a gap between, uh, there's a space between designing and having it as a career. Most designers sees it as, most of us started on a platter of, this thing is an hobby, it is sweet, I enjoy doing it. Do you get? Some studied it, some picked it as an hobby, an interest. Do you get? But as it is now, it is a career we should not belittle. Let me use that word belittle because most of us had the mindset from down from the one, you know, going to school, going to college, studying. If our teachers were to say, okay, who wants to become a pilot? Everybody. Those are the common job careers: a pilot, an engineer, say a president, a doctor, a nurse, a so everybody. You can't hear them mentioning graphic designer. There's no, most teachers don't even because we grew up to know it as not a relevant field. Do you get? Do you get? But this can be a sustainable career. Yes. Let me spend more time there. Number two, stop waiting. Mr. Shehu said a lot of things codedly as regards this. Stop waiting. Put yourself out. I don't know if anybody can peep into the notes I have on top at the top level, say how to continue growing, learn, research, connect, come out. Most of us like to stay in our shell as designers. It is comfortable. So for some of us, it works for us to stay in our shell. So for some, it has very been comfortable. That's how we started this. Just stay there. Please stop waiting. There are many things you might want to do. Don't procrastinate, please. As a designer, procrastination should not be should not be part of your dictionary at all. Anything you set your mind to. This is what I'm saying is because we have a very creative mind, and a creative mind is full of ideas. A lot of ideas keep popping, things no one has ever done, creations and inventions and ideas, even outside graphics, keeps coming to our mind because we are creatives. Do you get? There's a way we see doctors, there's a way we see lawyers, there's a way we see engineers, there's a way we see other people's brand. Sometimes we see beyond just putting flyers or designs or banner for them. Do you get? So we ourselves, ideas come, different stuffs come pop up in our minds just for ourselves. Do you get? But we are prone to, so let me just keep on doing this, Jerry, and we put a lot of things in wait for ourselves and pour ourselves on others. No, that's another aspect for another. Let me just don't let me take time there. The third one say going deeper to gain expertise doesn't mean giving up on things you are interested in. It means having more of what you love the most. Let me come again. Going deeper to gain expertise. That is learning, training yourself, discipline, and the rigor, the investment, the money you put into yourself for personal growth. Now, going deeper to gain expertise doesn't mean giving up on things you are interested in. I get me. It means giving more of what you love the most. In a nutshell, I think it means a lot. What I took from there is that as a designer, you might have to invest in many fields of life that doesn't seem like graphic design just to help you as a brand and as a graphic designer. What do I mean? A graphic designer might need to take courses in business management. Can you see the difference? A graphic designer might need to take courses on human relations and management. A graphic designer might need to take courses on psychology and how to understand. You get all these, all this is just stretching yourself, but indirectly you're helping yourself as a designer because you're going to relate with people. Number four, we just need more dots to connect. Just need more dots to connect. Very important. Two things: more and connecting. Keep doing. The more you do, the more you meet the right people. The more you invest in yourself, time and all, the more you meet the right people. Now, I have basically four key points to discuss with us quickly. I believe I'm not running out of time. Um, Networking with clients. Number one, finding job opportunities, growing your career, and the last thing I pointed out here is leverage on your passion. And I hope we have enough time to talk about this. I hope we have enough time to talk about it. So, networking with clients. Networking with clients. We have this different kind of clients. Uh, Good, bad, big, small. Um, those ones I will teach you. Those that you will learn from, and those are set to learn from us. So I'll just be sharing some tips quickly, basically 10 for those of us that are following or putting some notes down or jotting. Okay, number one, Arknote has mentioned this to network, to put yourself out. You need to have a portfolio. The networking might not necessarily be clients alone. Clients are people that have job for you already. There are people who don't have job for you, but know or are connected indirectly to people who need your service. Still networking. So I'm going to be talking about overview of networking as a designer. As a designer, networking. Now, number one and most important thing, this is our CV. It's called a portfolio. You can have a resume, you can have a CV, when you have a portfolio, as Aknote has rightly said, a portfolio is a combination of files and documents that speaks about your past record, that speaks about your present record, and of course will give your client or whoever is looking at it what you can do for them in the future. Let me come again. Your portfolio is what contains a file document that contains your past record. It can be a web document, be a physical document, it can be even in hard copy that contains your past records, that contains your present record, and can confidently and effectively convince your client or whoever is looking at it about what you can produce in the future and how much you can solve their creative problems. I call jobs creative problems. So I'm a problem solver of creative problems as a creative designer. So your portfolio can be a web based, as Akant has rightly said. I won't go deep into that. It can be a web based, it can be a social media based, it can be a PDF file you created as a designer for yourself. You get, and even an hard copy that you might actually have at hand. So number two, use design platforms. Akant that made just into that. Use design platforms. Okay, I think Instagram is very easily relatable. Instagram is a very good platform to showcase your work. It's very playful, very playful. There's Dribble. We have Dribble. I have some list there. Yes, we have Dribble. We have Pinterest. Yeah, you have Pinterest. You have LinkedIn. You have those are the key one I use. I use Facebook. I use my Twitter. I use Instagram. I use LinkedIn. I use Pinterest, and I use Behance. Behance. Maybe I will type those stuffs later. And okay, I think I have some of those stuff in my slide. I'll share it. Okay, those are the key five, six platforms I use. You get, people will come now, no matter how uh tough or hard the industry might want to seem. At least you have leverage on four legs, five, six legs. At least one should touch a soft ground where opportunities can come and you can connect with the right people. I believe that, yeah, yeah. So strategies of connecting with clients, use design platforms. Use design platforms. And platforms might not necessarily be those things I mentioned. Some there are some platforms. For example, Arknote Media is a design platform. You can be leverage on the opportunities connected to Arknote Media. There are many platforms, WhatsApp, Telegram platforms from guys, from designers all over the world where you can connect and meet other creatives, challenge yourself, learn daily challenges, grow, and all. So, platform cut across Telegram also and WhatsApp. Okay, the third one I have is attend design events, e.g., this one. E.g., this one. This is a virtual one. Of course, there are physical design events. I still attended one just for learners. Just wanted to refresh myself, to learn from new guys. Do you get? So attending design events doesn't mean okay, I'm not 5 years. I can't learn again. You know, it's a lie. It's a big lie because it's a new job opening that was not, as I said, was not really pronounced before. So trust me, people are pumping into this thing and I knew others are coming into it. So it's very important that we keep learning and forget about stuff. Unlearn and relearn, unlearn and relearn. So collaborate with other designers, as I've mentioned, connecting, collaborate with other designers. Other designers, there may be some designers that will have a problem that they can solve. Just have a guy that can solve it. They link you up. Are we here? And I believe we can all hear me. This you can hear me, just can you signify or just drop a comment? Okay, so collaborate with other designers is very important. I'm a designer. Arknote is a designer. We have a sync. And so on and so forth. So we have benefited from each other through different means in this design industry. So so much so that we have a this sync to even host stuff like this. There are many medium through which designers can also meet. For example, you might just put some things up on LinkedIn And other designers who have been, this is very beautiful. Can we connect? LinkedIn is very powerful. Please, for this, it is very powerful. I wouldn't want to take much time on this, but collaborate with other designers. Twitter is one strong place. Meet guys. I'm just going to talk about fields and industries in this graphic design also. But there are fields and tons of industries that you can actually meet guys on Twitter to just collaborate and connect with. And that is where international jobs can come from. Don't forget, we're talking about strategies. This strategies is not like 10 keys or 7 keys to network. No, it's just this common thing, straightforward. Create your portfolio, use design platforms, attend events, collaborate with other designers. Sometimes you might have to offer free resources. Yes, like this webinar is free, it's a free resource. You can actually come back and go to YouTube and check it. It's a free resource. It's a free resource. Just compile some fonts, some design package, some of the elements you'd be using for as a UI UX designer, some of the platforms that has helped you, some icons, some features, some elements, so to say, as whatever field of design you are into, compile it in a package, put it there outside. A lot of guys are doing this on Instagram. Put it outside for free. Put it probably on a seller platform. Sell. From there, there might be one or two persons that, "Oh, wow, I love this. Who are you?" Research about you. Even tell others about you. So another one, attend local design events. I said, use social media strategically. Arknote mentioned something very strategic. He said he has like two platforms. One for uh is the academy, the other one for himself. Strategy. I can't start going deep into what that would imply for him, but it's very beautiful and strategic. There are many features that are on this platform that can just pop up just one of your designs. For example, creating an ad. Creating ad has really helped people. For example, on Facebook and Instagram, those are strategical ways of using social media platforms. Creating ads, putting out promotions, putting up webinars like this, straight there. One or two persons will see it, and you are building a strong network indirectly. Attend industry specific events. For example, maybe there's a platform for web designers that, okay, web designers, developers, UI UX designers, specific. We have this and this for you. Come, learn, connect, and enjoy, refresh. Those are industry based specific events you can attend. I'm just saying in a nutshell, attend events. Don't throw those events away. Don't say I'll go on YouTube alone and be learning how to use pen tool. Don't say I'll go on YouTube alone and be learning how to use lens, how to create a lens flare. Don't say I'll go, I like this thing, this animation that Akinduro just did. How did he do it? I'll go on YouTube and learn it. No, sometimes those things are not hand free or practical enough. Do you get? When you are into an event or meeting a one-on-one real-time event, can show you all these things. Be active in online design communities. Yes. So design communities that, sometimes this thing can be so boring and so much on you that different communities, So try and pick some and be active there. It helps. Some might put up the 30 days challenge in design. You don't know what that 30 days challenge in design will do for you at the long run. An innocent person might just be scrolling through your page and see, wow, 30 days consistent. This guy might be very consistent. Let me connect with this person. The person might be from a big business brand. Just connect with you just because you are consistent. Unknowing to you, it's just because of this activeness, your activeness in a challenge in a under a community. So that's what I'm saying. I'm going to put here is stay up to date on design trends. Now, this is very important. For example, we have a lot of apps coming up. Is the latest app Adobe just uh, dropped out, Firefly. It's an AI. It's an AI design page, like design application, just for graphic designers too. That's a new trend. Now, if you don't know about AI, it might be difficult for you to understand how that platform works. I can mention it here. Design uh, AIs. A lot of AIs are coming up. A lot of design trends are outside now. That if you don't follow, forget it. Before you know it, you just see yourself somewhere else. So that's said and done. The next one is best practice for communicating, especially with people and clients, and do's and don'ts, things you need to know and do. Number one, when you're relating with clients, you have a job, the client just contacted you. What should you do? What shouldn't you do? Number one, try and understand the vision. One mistake we designers do is just jump into the design. You might be a motion designer. See, trust me, this will save you us a lot of time as designers if we can understand their visions. Just plain. One thing that I would advise us that would help us come out from creative blocks, so to say, sometimes that we designers have is if you understand the vision of your clients, what they are going to, what they're trying to achieve, what that brand is trying to achieve. As I said, I was mentioning a 2D animator. You won't be doing the wrong thing. You will have gone past the stage of um, trying to deck that uh, design you just made. Perfectly decking it. Since if you can understand the vision, decking or presenting won't be an issue. Now, ask the right questions. Of course, there are a lot of questions. There are briefs you need to put forward. I believe we should all know that even before now. There are briefs designers should have as a pre-made template for for a brand identity. These are the list of, you might even make it as a Google Doc list of questions. Why? How did you start? What is your vision? This is this what you're trying to communicate is what are the age range of your community? You get, even at the long run, ask yourself, have I really asked enough questions from this person? Ask the right questions. It saves time. It helps you to communicate. Now, all these things directly builds the confidence of your client. You can't be going through all this rigor, and your client sees you uh as a non-entity or someone he can just underpay and leave. She gets provide options too. Don't just do one. Sometimes for brand identity, you might not necessarily do just one logo identity. So to say, you may do like at least 3 or 4. So it won't confuse the person too much. Okay, that's another thing entirely. At least 4 or 4 to 3. Enough. Provide options. Okay, after hearing out the person, contribute to the person, contribute to the person's brand. Suggest things for your clients. The client might not need say need to embroider a logo on his shirt. Why or have a brand shirt. You might just be after, okay, I want to put my logo on my website. I want to have a website. I want to do this and that. A banner, this is how it should be, this is how it should be. There are other things that the brand might also need that you know as a designer. Provide options. Number 4, show your process. Very important. Now, all this understanding of their vision will help you to draft out some things that will help you create a design process. Of course, from um, a one-on-one interview with your client, then to the thinking and creative process, then to the presentation, carry your designers, your client along. Show them the process. This is why I did this. This is why I'm doing this. This is why you need to do this. This is why this should be like this. Do you get? Now, at the long run, there'll be a feedback. This is where your psychological and your emotional strengths will be tested. How to manage feedbacks. There's a lot. How to manage feedback. There's a lot to say about this. How to manage feedback. You might be surprised that your client might be seeing things you might not be seeing as a creative. Sometimes their feedback will be very destructive, not constructive this time. But you must be able as a designer to manage their feedback. Understand it. Don't, of course, don't fight. Now, once you have said yes to design that, yes, I can do this, I'll do this for you. Never underdo. Never underdo or say, okay, because they are paying me less, because they are not paying me well, or because this person is nags a lot, or this person just shouts on me anyhow, or this person does not understand what design is. See, we increase the logo, reduce the logo is too big, hard this and that, blah blah blah, to hit all those things. Those are the feedbacks, and that is now affecting your productivity and how you do your things. No, once you can say yes, it's great design, give it your best, irrespective of what is coming from the design, from the feedback. That's number one. Number two, learn know that some of their criticism can be constructive for you and help you to come out with a product that they themselves have in their head. Not all of them are always wrong. That's one thing we designers sometimes think. Some of them know what they want and they can go for it. And indirectly, it helps you to make your work easy. Then you still collect your cash. Now, educate your clients. This and that thing, another side of the coin. Feel free to educate your clients. Okay, I think it should be number 6 or number 7. Be flexible, as I said. Be flexible to the feedbacks, to welcoming ideas, and to um, negotiations back and front sometimes. Be flexible. Be flexible. um Provide a clear timeline. Of course, have a good timeline with them. Okay, this and this is when your job will be ready, this and this is the deadline, we have this and this. Of course, we should know about contract base now. Okay, I didn't put it here. Ah, before going into it, brand design or whatever design, UI UX design or motion design or product design, web design, print design, illustrator, either you're a visual designer or you're a package designer, you're a publisher, or you are a brand designer or a social media person or 3D art animator, whatever it is you are, there must be a contract. Yes. No matter how small the project is or big the project is, this is very germane and important. In that contract, of course, timelines and some of these things will be annotated and will be illustrated there for mutual agreement. Because you get why? You get why? Contracts is very important. Have a contract. And of course, as I said, understand their vision. In the process of understanding the vision, make research. I didn't put it here. Make research. Research is very important. Having a contract with your client is very important. And the last one, say use visual aids. Don't oversell. Use visual aids. When you're presenting as a designer, so you can see what we are doing. There must be visual aid. Yeah. A tailor has something called catalog. A fashion designer has something called catalog in there. They will always go with a catalog. If they are going indoor or outdoor event or service or whatever it is, they go with this catalog. And that catalog is diagram and pictures illustrated. They can't come to you and start saying, okay, I'll make your clothes like this, I'll make your clothes like this without any pictorial evidence for you to choose. You get, and for them to also show. Just same example as fashion designers use a catalog. So also designers don't just present yourself with mouth or with just your invoice, stuff like that. There should be a diagram for every presentation you're making. There should be a diagram. Like the last one is don't oversell. Okay. Now this will just I will be able to cover some topics about costing and pricing a little bit here. Don't oversell. What do I mean by don't oversell? Uh, Sometimes we might be tempted to do pass ourselves designers because okay, this person is I think this person is rich, this person. Of course, number one, you must have a standard price. Ah, I think I didn't put it here. You must have a standard price list for everything you do. Number one, standard price list. That standard price list. Number two, you must have another one that you yourself only see. Nobody sees that one. Now that is based on industries and clients. Do you get? I'm trying to balance what I said here. That is based on industry and client. You need to have two price lists. Number one is one that will go online display. That can be on your website or your portfolio. It can be there. There's another one you can have personality yourself, in which helps you to tweak or adjust the one you're presenting to whoever you're presenting to. You can't present the same price list for a government agency when you give to a government agency to a church ministry. Do you see that? You get, or a party campaign, branding or design. They will have some varieties different. So sometimes might be tempted to, okay, let me let me make the motive and the inspiration of this job money. No, don't ever make the inspiration or the motive behind you working for any person as money. Money shouldn't be the motive. Sometimes the people will say, okay, it's not about the money, it's about the money. Fine, we own it's about the money. But don't be tempted to shake the tables and disturb things and disrupt your normal way of doing things, your programmed way of doing your things, just because you want to oversell and money. No. So quickly, I believe I've been able to do some justice to that. So I have just one, okay, job opportunities in graphic design. I'll quickly summarize some of these things just for education purpose. Graphic designer is a very wide industry. It cut across tons of industries. You can be an art director. A brand might be an advertising agency or whatever agency that has a department for advertising, communicating, not necessarily church alone, but has a department or a sector that has to do with communicating, putting out some things. They will need someone that will organize the whole thing. That's an art director. Art director is someone who has an overview of many fields under this graphic design. Another one is UI designer. The reason why I decided to define it is just because sometimes people might find it confusing. What's UI? What's the job description of a UI UX designer and a web designer? It looks so close, but they are different. Number one, a UI UX designer focus on creating the user experience. The user experience. When you open Instagram and when you open LinkedIn, there are different experience you come across there. Do you get? When you open a platform like a Fiverr and Indeed, there's an experience there's a different there are different ways you relate with it. There's an emotional bank account you have when you want to do something. So when you go to first, if I want to do some things, I might decide to not use Facebook for that thing. Just use Instagram for it. An experience that those things have registered in my mind. And that is the work of a UI designer. You need to be able to logically think, psychologically understand how creative are, how the aesthetics of the display of any field or any platform expresses itself to the need of any person coming to it. Let me simplify that. It's already simplified here. It says UI UX designers focus on creating the user experience and user interface for digital products. Products such as websites, mobile application. Now, web designer creates websites, just websites and web pages. They work closely with clients to create designs that meet their needs and are visually appealing. Very simple. So talking about job opportunities in graphic design industry, there are more, but these are key job opportunities. Number four, brand identity designer. I do more of this very well. I Brand identity designer creates visual identities for brands. This is very wide. You are saddled with the responsibility of creating the image of how the brand will look like, what people will see, what people will feel after seeing it, what people what will be in the mind of people after seeing this phone. Now, the reason why iPhone is iPhone the way it is because of the collective efforts of of the identity designers of that brand. Okay, let me say of that logo and of that brand in general. Do you get? Samsung, there's an identity around those things that are the cumulative effect and work of a brand identity designer. You must be able to nail it. Okay, this is what Steve Jobs wants. He wants it this way. Hmm? Something very luxurious and yet youthful and yet trendy and yet not out of date. That's all the information. That might be what the brief will say. The brief might just come in that, the brief or description might just come in that those notes. And you as a designer must be able to come up with it. Now it says come up with tools and factors and elements to design those stuff. For example, it says a brand identity designer, in a nutshell, creates visual identity for brands, including logo, typography, color scheme, and other design elements. Let me just stop there. Focus about time. Packaging designer. The way Five Alive was packaged before is not from the way it's being packaged now. That is the work of a packaging designer. The way iPhone X and iPhone 14 or 13 is being packaged is different. That is the work of a packaging designer. You come up with an illustration, either a 3D illustration, version of how it should look, how different it is, so on and so forth. Different product that has been rebranded, been repackaged. That's the work of a packaging designer. You sit down with your pen and tab your notes, design, and all. So that's the work of a packaging designer. Of course, a motion designer, not something not waiting, something moving, anything moving, anything moving. Arknote is many things, but one of those things is a motion graphic designer too. You get a motion graphic designer cut across different fields. It might be rendering, animating stuffs. Okay, I didn't mention some of the tools. Let me quickly mention some of the tools that might be used in this field. UI UX design, very popular Figma, Adobe XD, I think Sketch or okay, Adobe XD and Figma number one. For product designs, of course, you might have to use some animation, um, some 3D like Blender. Yeah, some Blender like Blender, motion designer, Adobe Premiere Pro, and Adobe After Effects. And Illustrator, of course, Illustrator creates simple illustrations. It might be in an iconic form, it might be in a graphical form. The work of an illustrator is a lot, but in a nutshell, in simple form, Illustrator illustrates. If there's anything any of these people can do, Illustrator can do everything because it can actually illustrate it. It's pen. So one of the applications you can use for this is Adobe Illustrator. That's one I use very well, very very well. I'm also into this also. An art product manager, for everything there must be management. So this platform art product manager is someone who manages. Like you see some singers, they have manager. Design agencies to have managers. So print product manager so or printing is also a field. Print designs is also a field in graphic design. There are a lot of fields. I might not be mentioned to mention all, but some visual designer, digital directors and designer, UI web designer, print designer, art directors, design lead. And I must also, it's worthy of note that all these are into three categories. You can be a senior designer, you can be a medium designer, and you can be a junior designer, depending on your years of experience. Um, so let me quickly go on to the finding job opportunities and standing out. The last point we have here, finding job opportunities and standing out. Okay, Stephen, this is the second point. Wow. Okay, finding job opportunities and standing out. Platform I just mentioned here, that are listed here, are where we can get opportunities. At least leverage on at least three or two of these platforms, if not all, or four or five, at least two or three. LinkedIn is very important. Indeed is very important. And Fiverr is also important. Upwork is also there. 99 Designs is there. Dribble. I was saying this earlier on. Pinterest. All these things are web-based and social media based platforms where you can put out your work and put in for job hiring. It's very simple. Sincerely speaking, getting job business. Let me just cut this thing. Getting job as a graphic designer is very easy. If you know how to leverage on digital platforms, you get jobs. With code on your side and knowing how to leverage on this digital platform, see, even you might not even need to work in an office. You might be in your comfort of your room or your house and be earning more than what a doctor is earning, more than what a doctor is earning a week. And you have never been employed in an organization or a roof, but in your house. Yes, you can earn in six figures as a graphic designer. Let me just note this. There are guys in this same Nigeria that you and I see that earn in six figures per month just as a graphic designer. So I'm sorry for using that the word just as a graphic designer. I'm not capping. This is real time. 6 figures monthly, just because they know how to leverage on this platform. Now, from there, you will get opportunities. You, indirectly, 2, 3 years, if you're able to effectively leverage on these places, you have built a portfolio. Then any industry that want to pick you in, you're not being picked in from maybe level 2 or level 3 or level 6 or level. You're picking for, as a boss. Do we get? So one of thing we need to leverage on is this uh online industries, online platforms. And it's worthy of note that some of these platforms you need to pay to get membership or job access. For those of us that are going to screenshots or visit them. Uh Freelancer, Google, people per hour, and so on and so forth. Let me quickly move on. So um how to continue growing. This is where I will be ending. How to continue growing. This is my last slide. Um such as the same way of life in school. Number one, we need to learn. And I was saying the other time that I think last month, I joined a platform for upcoming designers, young designers. By the way, some of my mentors put in those that platform for us to join and just learn. I had to put down everything I know. Go there and do like this and learn. Picked my pen and jot and noted some things. And to my surprise, it's not even to my surprise. I just is my it's it personally me. I love to learn. I love to learn from the young, from the old. Sometimes I call young guys. Check these logos. What do you see? What do you think about the color? What do you think about the typography? What do you think? Learning is a continuous process. From the date of birth till we die, we keep on learning. So the reason I'm putting this out as one way to keep on growing is because new things are coming up. The way you will keep up to date and be relevant is by learning. Leave those things sometimes you have to leave those things you know. Funny enough, you can't forget it. Of course, it's an experience. But try and humble. There's a way humility and meekness helps you to reduce and increase capacity to gain more. Tickets. Yes, there's a way to help you to increase your band and gain more. Learning. I don't know how I can overemphasize this. If you can leave all that, see, you can leave all that point. How to keep on going? Just keep learning. When you keep learning, you will know what to do. You meet the right materials. You meet the right people. You know that there's still more to that big thing that you just did. That wow, this client. Some clients will make you think as if you are God. That is where some people started. By the time I work and clients, hey, wow. Unknown to you, if you go out and learn, you see that almighty 100%, that 5 star you got from that client is some people 1 star. It's just learning. Sincerely speaking, I've learned this in the hard way sometimes to some point. So I can't overemphasize. Keep learning. Number two, research. Research is still another form of learning. When you research, learning is still learning. Now, research is sometimes when we are learning, we tend to just say, okay, what has been done already, or what we want to. Learning is conscious. But when you research, you go out of your box and see what is trending, what is important, what is going on in this field. Who are the gods? Who are the giants in this field? You are a UI UX designer. Who are the relevant people I need to meet? What are the articles that have written about UI UX? What are who formed this? Who started this? The etymology of this thing, the psychology behind these things. Read books, download materials and research. It's very important. I have some couple of books here that I've not been able to dig in, but I've skimmed through most of. I think around last month I was skimming through like roughly 10 books. Not just traditional books, books by people that I don't even know, but they are intellect in this field. They have been in this field 20 years. Some white guys like that. Those that have built brands. This guy is one of the person you are seeing here, Chris Do is one of those guys. He's a design advocate and educator. If this guy breaks down some things for you in design, you'll be so wild. But if I've never researched, I would have come across him. Number three, connect. Connect. I said that earlier on when we were talking about the first point. Connecting. How to keep going. You need to connect. There's a level of ladder you just got to that someone has passed through it. If you don't look up and connect with that person that has passed through your ladder, you are not able to get what that person is. You are in stage two. Someone has is already in stage one, he has passed through straight two things. If you don't connect and you're fortunate to have that person close to you, please connect. Please connect. Whatever field it might be, it might even be a content creator, it might be a social media manager. This is not specifically about you. Of course, you work with graphic designers. Connect. As I said, there's some other fields that will even teach you to work better. I met a digital marketer of recent who I'm working with in one of the places I'm working. And come on, this guy, I've learned a lot from this guy. He's not a graphic designer. In fact, if it does some graphic things for you, you'll be so surprised. It doesn't. But when it comes to digital marketing and understanding what works in some digital marketing space, I've learned a lot from him. Now, I'm not a digital marketer, so to say, but as a designer, I've learned how to communicate best, how to communicate well with companies when it comes to digital marketing. There's some ways not all company will want to go in that your style. A digital marketing that brand will able to explain to you if we're able to carry you through. Now, digital marketer is not a graphic designer, but when I open myself for connecting, I'm learning a lot. Come out, come out. Now, this has to do with your personal brand and being an entrepreneur. Sometimes, as I said earlier, we might want to lock up in our shell. If you don't put your work out there, people will not see you, people will not know you. Arknote has made justice to this point. If you don't put out your work, if you don't put your work out there, there's no how people will see it. Just like I don't know why both of us have been using fashion designers. Ah, that's very easily relatable. After doing their work, they get a manicure, tons of manicure, they put it there. If you're walking around the streets of Lagos or Ikeja or places around Lagos, you see mannequins in the night. They put their product there. That is where you can buy it. If they just say, okay, we are selling this, so come and buy it, and there's no sample of where their product is on, they're not put themselves out. Now you buy it. Okay, maybe if you start to see design as a selling thing, yes, let me just put it that way. You are selling something. You need to advertise, you need to put it out. Let people see it. Let people see it. That is where your social media platforms and your websites comes in play. Load yourself with material. And I'll give this point. It's very good for when we are putting yourself out as a designer, have a calendar. Now have a 1 year calendar. This is what I want to do within 1 year. Strategically arrange copies and briefs of what you will be putting out per week. This week I want to treat this topic about font arrangements, typography. Make research about it. Design some stuff, nail it. That week, true for that designer. Some designers are coming, will see it. Next week, I want to create a short video, maybe just 1 minute video that will summarize platforms where you can get design resources from Pinterest, flat accounts, and so on and so forth. Do you get that helps you to connect? The last one here now is have your niche. Have your niche. Now, this is the last one. This is the second to the last. After this, I'll just make a point, then we're done. Having your niche. Now, it's worthy of note that there is a common thing that is very dangerous that we designers do. While we are growing, we copy a lot, which is a good thing. We copy a lot. See how people are doing that, copy a lot. And sometimes it affects your creativity. It kills you into one shell. But I advise you, as a designer, you must have your niche. That will make you stand out in your industry. It's very important. I know designers that what they just do is just black and white. Every of their flyer is black and white. No matter how, and you will see that black and white as if you should just hold and grab the design. That is their niche. Some persons, photographers do this a lot. They have their tone and texture of picture that speaks for them. This is Tiwa Savage's picture. There's nowhere you go. This is Tiwa Savage's picture. That's a niche. There's a way it looks. There's a way it comes out. There's This is Aki Alabi's production. He's not that produced this. There's a way it looks. Hmm? This is this is Tola Labi's work brand, and so on and so forth. So as designers, it may be just one special thing that makes you stand out. You play with font a lot. You creatively use that font. Every of a design, your font is not just straightforward and very creatively arranged. Maybe your background. Maybe the way you put your web page as a web designer. Just create your niche. Because trend is very dangerous. If you say, let me follow the trend, let me follow the trend all the time. This is what is going on. Let me follow the trend. At the long run, trend comes and goes. But your unique niche stays for life. And people get to know you easily and know your work easily if you have a niche. I believe you understand what I'm saying. So your niche stands you out among the crowd. I'm not saying the following trend is bad, but it is very wrong as a designer if you are someone that always follow trend. Because that trend you're following, someone also created it and people started following. To recap, the many artists right now, I can't start going deep into, but they created all the things we are doing now. They're not that created. So someone started graphic designer. Someone started seeing it as a brand now. Someone started seeing it as a business. Someone, and we followed. You get? So someone started many things. You can start that thing. So the last point I will is on the first page here. Leverage on your passion. Passion is a powerful key to unlocking your this part, the number one, number two, number three, the fourth part down here. Unlocking your unique creativity. You know, passion will not give you money. Let me come again. Let me come again. Passion is not what makes the money. I don't know how I can. Passion is not what really worth bring money. See, passion even is one of those things that has made some designers less financially independent or financially equipped for their job. Because if you follow your passions, you follow your emotions, you will do a lot of free jobs. You do a lot of it's free. I love doing it. I just sometimes family will come. You say, it's family now. I can't charge family because it's your passion, it's your hobby. It's a career business, as I said earlier on, that you can do for life and can put food and pay the bills and of course help to bless others. Do you get? And be a global financial liberator through this field. But passion alone cannot give you that kind of money. But there's something passion can give you. Is that point I mentioned last. It helps you to keep unlocking your unique creativity, your unique niche. So as you combine the two, don't forget passion. What makes you started? Till now, for over years, iPhone is still known for what it started with. Mac is still known for what it started with. Luxury, as simple as possible, but for the Gen Zs, for the new generations, for the techie, and of course, having the capacity to carry anything. That's what started it. So whatever they do, none of those things has changed. I'm using iPhone because it's one of the successful brand ever created. It's passion and with what making money in mind. Do you get? Do you get? So leverage on your passion. So don't leave passion when we are chasing this money and all. Don't leave passion. It helps you when you sit in passion for like 2 days. What you come up with, it helps you to come up with new ideas. Then now leave that passion and go into your business mode. I've created a new idea already. Let me turn it to money. Do you get? And I pray that all these things will be productive and effective for us all by God's grace in Jesus' name. So, uh, with this free point of mine, I believe I've been able to throw more light to networking with clients, finding job opportunities, and growing your career as a designer. Thank you. God bless you. So over to you, sir. Mr. Ashil. Over to you, sir.
thank you very much, Mr. Joseph.
Thank you very much, Susan.
We really appreciate learned so much from this platform. I'm so sure we've learned so much from today's webinar. Yes, sir. So I'm so sure we've learned so much from the webinar we had today. And please, I want us to take every bit of this of what you've learned today. I want us to take it very important. Um, as I started with, we are after the growth and the betterment of our world. We want to see other goals, and that's just the aim, to see other goals. Yeah, so to see other goals is very to have different people from different states to join this webinar. It's actually a good and encouraging one to see people from different states, from Lagos, from Ogun State, from Oyo State, from Abia State. Sincerely speaking, it's a great privilege. It's a great privilege. Yeah. So as you can see underneath the alert message as a screen, it says, "Are you a graphic designer and would like to open yourself to growth and possible opportunities? Local and international wants to measure and promote your designs." As Mr. Joseph has actually said, please try to get yourself added, like just try to be among those with like mindset, those that you get that like on the platform that will definitely help you grow the more, and also not only to grow, because even after the growth, what happens? So we are expecting that after your growth, that you are doing excellently out there. So it's very important. So that even after the growth, like part of what we have on the platform that join the Arknote designers and community is that it's not just to have like or see ourselves grow, but also get get linked up with opportunities out there. There are a lot of opportunities out there. Sincerely, there There are lots of opportunities out there, especially if you are a graphic designer. There are lots of opportunities. And if you know how to cut your cake, like how to cut your cake very well, you eat the fruits. You eat the fruits. And the paramount thing, I will never in any way, please can you hear me? I will never in any way skip this part. Yes, I will never in any way skip this part. See, in everything, we are not here to preach, but I will never in any way skip it. In everything, put God first. Put God first. Put God first. It's very important. We are not the kind of person, or we are not the kind of an organization or body that will just talk about our competence and neglect the face of God. Put God first. So when you put everything in the hands of God, sincerely speaking, everything becomes much more easier. And to others, to be like, is it more than this designing that this person is doing? But everything is between you and God. That thinking. So it's very important. Put God first. So this is the question and answers section, where we'll be taking questions one after the other. Please, if you do have any question to ask, kindly send to the platform. If you have any question, if you have your question, probably related to what has been taught on this platform, related to what we have on the platform, kindly send. Yeah, please, kindly send your question in the comment section, and from there we'll pick it up. Yeah, but before today, like before the commencement of the webinar, we already had some questions that came in. Yeah, we already had some questions that came in, and would like to address them one after the other. There are some questions that came in. I think we have four. Yeah, four questions already. Three from Lagos and one from Abia State. So we'll be taking them one after the other. So I don't know if Bro Joseph would like to take maybe any of the questions we have here. So while we wait for others to send their questions. Yeah. So while we wait for others to send their questions. Okay, so let me take the first question. Okay, so the first question says, this person is sending from Lagos State. I would like to learn the basics and best tools to use for professional graphic designs. Okay, so my own answer, or my own response to that is number one, and I think it was addressed on this platform. Is not about what is it called? It's not about the professionalism of it's not about the professionalism of the application. Yeah. So it's not about the platform. It's not about the application now. It's not about the software application. It's about the individual, the person in question. So this person is asking that I would like to learn the basics and best tools to use for professional graphic design. So it's not about getting to know the best tools, but at least I can still mention some. We have the Illustrator, we have the Photoshop. But even before addressing to list out the best tools, the first question that you need, like this person needs to answer personally, is which of the subcategory am I trying to, like, am I going to specialize on? Is it that okay, I want to be a UI UX designer? Is it okay, web designer? Is it graphic designer, like flyer, social media flyer? No. So this person must answer that question correctly. So because the software application for designing UI UX is different from that of flyer design. Is far different. So this person must first, the first you must first deal with the question whereby you get to know that, okay, where am I specializing at? So once the person can answer that question correctly, I think Bro Joseph also mentioned that getting to know your niche. So get to know your niche, define your niche very well. So once you can define it very well, then we can then talk about the tools that you need to download on your system, that you need to get used to. And once you download it, once you get the best tools for that stuff, please build mastery. Build mastery. Never stop learning. Never stop learning. I would just like to buttress on what Bro Joseph said while I was talking during his section. I could remember from my own end too. There are some moments that I begin to, I just have to talk to myself that I need to drop what I already learned, what I already know. I need to drop it. So there are three things about life. There are three things that surrounds life. Number one, you must learn how to unlearn some things. Unlearn, relearn, learn. Number one, you need to unlearn. So once you learn, you learn. Then after you learn, then you relearn. So that you don't stop even after you've learned. You always relearn. So relearning means you are it's just like a recycling. So you don't stay on one spot. You don't stay on one spot. You don't stay on one spot. And even as a graphic designer, we sometimes we work more or less like a copywriter because the information we receive from customers or from clients might not be constructive enough for that design. So as a graphic designer, you have the fly because it's not about you just doing the job and send it out. It's about your work, professionalism in your work. So if you have write-up, a wrong write-up communicating a wrong message, then people will definitely bounce back to you that yes, you as a graphic designer, this thing that you design is not good, is not right. So sometimes we work as a graphic designer and also a copywriter. So this person that is asking that I would like to learn the first question you need to deal with is which of the field, like the sub field you want to specialize on. Once you can get that, then search search out the best tools for that specialization, for that your specialization. And from there you're good to go. Just keep learning. So I'm going to send the second question from Abia State, and I would like, okay, one from Abia State and one from Lagos State. So Bro Joseph will be taking that from the Abia State. Yeah. What is
Okay, can you hear me?
yes, sir.
So what's the question? I didn't get it. I can't. I don't seem to understand it.
So
To be perfect.
like yes, like the person said he wants to be perfect in Photoshop and CorelDRAW. Like what does it take to be perfect in Photoshop and CorelDRAW? Yeah, just
Okay.
that.
What does it take to be perfect in Photoshop? That is, if the person is a creative designer, a creative graphic designer, or a
Okay.
brand identity designer that uses the two tools or uses either of the two. Ah, your definition of perfect might be different from my own definition of perfect, but I think you're trying to ask how to know how to master all the tools and use it effectively. How to know how to use
Probably
which
maybe
tool.
that could be the question.
Yes, because Akinduro already answered a very crucial question, general question. How to make use of software is not the problem; it is your mindset that has been cleared. It is our mind. Early, people used to think CorelDRAW cannot do some things Photoshop are doing.
Hmm.
Now,
Wrong
think,
message.
think. I used to be in that category too before. I used to think the mindset. But trust me, if you go to YouTube now, you see number of people that are following guys that are making tutorials of CorelDRAW because they are being productive, very
Perfect.
productive. That's aside. So in that regards, that question has been answered. Software is not the issue. Now, I think you're trying to ask how to master the best way to use any tool, how to be able to find your tools, how to be able to know the right thing to do, what to use. Is easy to be perfect in all these things. Number one, you need to learn it. You don't need to learn it. You already have the software, you want to not use it, but learn. I don't want to say that you can't exhaust those softwares finish. You can't exhaust what they can do finish. You can't finish exhausting Photoshop. Trust me. As you're trying to keep up with CC 2020, CC 2021 is out, update.
Yes.
As I try to keep up with CC 2021, 2022 is out with updates. I saw something I'm presently using CC 2023. I saw some strange thing on cutting images. Very strange. Just click on that image, everything is done. It was not like that in CC 2020, 2019, 2020, 2021. You can't if it is keeping up with softwares, you can't exhaust everything in that software. And that is just one aspect. A lot of aspects. You get so one way you can become a master and perfect at each of these tools, is by learning. Learn them. You can pick one tool at a time. That's why design challenges, I don't know why people shade it from design challenges. Design challenges actually help you to become better. It's not every time you have a work to do. So design challenges will help you to make mistake, explore. When you don't have work, just go explore. That's another thing. Don't be idle. When you don't have work to do, sometimes when we have work to do, we open our system sometimes. When you don't have work to do, go there. Those tools you have not used for 2 years. As I'm talking to you, there's some tools I don't use on Photoshop and I've been using for the first 5 years. Do you get? So there's some things you don't do on a normal day. But when you are free, practice those tools. Practice it. For the person asking the question, how to be perfect in Photoshop or CorelDRAW, learn and practice using those tools that you think is not. If you don't touch it, now you will know it now. So when we touched hot spots, and we know that hot spots used to be hot. So there's a way we touch it now. Do you get? If you don't touch it, you will know what it is. And that's that thing. Some people have phobia for let's say the tool is too complicated. And if you enter Photoshop, you see some names. Polygon Lasso tool, Market tool, someone tool. Especially if you go to the photo retouching tools, a lot of things there. You're like, if you go down to use these things for, you get. But trust me, you will see some clients they'll give you one nonsense picture. How do you become master at that? How do we touch that picture? That one is another ethic entirely. To some point now, I've been able to know the secret of some professional photographers just because I decided to use some tools. Use it, just keep using it. I discovered a lot of things like I'm using actions on Photoshop now. I got some actions. Those actions, just put one picture, use your action. The picture will look as if it is still somebody that took the picture. If I never researched all those things on Photoshop, pick it sometimes. Go to YouTube. How to use actions on Photoshop. How to use Polygon Lasso tool. How to use the pen tool. How to use every tool you have on that CorelDRAW. Download. See, that's one thing we used to spoil us. We don't like to learn. You want to become a doctor, you go to school for almost 6-7 years. You want to become a master want to be perfect and master at CorelDRAW. You don't want to learn. It's not by magic. It's not by just sitting down. This resource is already on YouTube. Trust me, there's nothing you find on YouTube that you won't see on YouTube. There's some things I search on YouTube that doesn't make sense. It will give me what I want. So when you go to YouTube, learn. And two answers for the person that's asking the question: how to become perfect at any tool, any application. Learn it. Keep learning. Keep researching. Keep knowing. Go online, search for resources. And number two, use it. If you don't use it, it's now you make mistake and get better at it. Yeah, praise the Lord.
Yeah. Okay, wow. Yeah. So I think I don't know, maybe this question, like this third question actually still relates. Maybe I'm actually the one that does not know the difference between perfect and Excel. But I'm sure there's difference between Excel and perfect. I think so.
It's very clear. It's different. It's a different question. Am I answering that or you?
Yeah, you're answering that.
Just throwing the ball on me. Okay, how to excel? as a graphic designer? This question is like, let us please summarize what today is all about and summarize everything. Well, in a nutshell, just like saying how to excel as a businessman, some things you would stumble at if you start on that adventure to answer that question. How to be successful as a businessman, how to be successful and excel as a graphic designer. You need to put yourself out and learn. Um, there's a common saying, there's a personal saying that like it is the your level of exposure that dictates your creative level, that dictates your sometimes to some point your excellent level. Is how much you're exposed. I don't know what if person is trying to understand, is getting what I'm saying. Your level of exposure is very important as a graphic designer. Now I'm trying to see if I can gather some points on at least two, three, 4 points on excelling that you cannot do that will help you to excel. At least you know that you're not earning in just tens. At least you're earning in hundreds. I think that's one way we can measure excellence. What comes in per month? What comes in per month? Because if you are valuable, if you are loaded, you'll be needed. You get. So personally, it means you have built excellence, and of course, you are reproducing that excellence in the brand, in people's brand, of course. So I think what makes for excellence is the fact that you yourself you have been excellent enough for people to see you and come out. Now, some of the key things that makes you to excel personally from yourself is by learning. I've been emphasizing on this learning and researching. Keep researching, keep learning, keep knowing, keep practicing. Learn, research, practice. Learn, research, practice. If you're a junior, keep learning, keep researching, and keep practicing. If you're a minor or a senior, keep learning, keep researching, and keep practicing. Some of the aspect of researching and learning is going out and leaving your circle of influence and knowing others. There's a there's a recent magazine from one of the um, creative conglomerates or conclave of creatives like that, the Giants. I was going through the magazine. I think I shared the link with you, Arknote. One of those
Yes,
online
yes,
guys.
yes, yes,
Hi.
yes.
If possible, you can just drop the link in the description of this thing. Some creatives. This is our Nigeria. These are
Yeah,
Nigeria. Some
I will do
guys that
that
have
now.
actually stayed 17, 20 years in this Photoshop and creative field and seeing how the trend has moved. We loaded up the magazine with creative and successful tips that were helpful. Now, I wouldn't have known, come across, I won't be telling you this if I've not made research and I came across that material. And there are tons of materials that I come across every day like that just to increase my influence. One key thing is your network and your influence circle is very important to excel. You need to expand your influence. Don't just stay fine. You might be a church designer alone. Don't just stay as a church designer alone. There are brands and business that the same flyer you do in church, that it's just some congregation member that see it. Some people that will see it that are big icons, business industry, all the industries, are fashion industries, just the same thing you do, still in your spec, still what you do. If you don't go out, if you don't go to events, as I made mention of this thing, if you don't go out, if you don't go events, if you don't meet people, if you don't meet guys, you will not know. You will not know that this thing, you can do a deal, you can take a project, just like the way engineers take just one project per year and they make tons of millions from it. Yes, this is the link. They make millions out of it. I be like, so I can actually make million just with one project. One project I might just take 1 month to sit down and finish and execute, and you make million. You won't know. You could think it's just making design for okay, this headless do a logo. You will know that you will, if you don't go out of influence, you will know that there's a way you package yourself. There's a way you
Hmm.
there's a way
Exactly.
you deck some things. I was mentioning something about contracts. Before you start a design with some brands, there's a need for you to have a contract. Now, if you have not gone out, how do you even write that contract and proposal? Do you know that's an aspect? You need to write proposal and contract as a designer. Some people will okay, this is without a proper design invoice as a designer. You don't have any voice. Just say it.
Exactly. Ordinary, hello, sir. Hello, sir. Ordinary,
I'm with you.
ordinary customer patronage. Once your customer actually patronize you,
Yeah.
once you are done with the job, do you even send receipt? Online,
No,
e-receipt, ordinary e-receipt. The way the way you package yourself, that is how they will definitely address you.
you said
So it's very
e-receipt. Yeah,
important.
this is that it's
I'm
not
listening,
only
sir.
that you design you that your website or platform will help you to
Yes,
generate.
sir. Exactly, sir.
If you don't go out of your shell, you know that you know that there are platforms like that. Is more than just taking that. That's why I say passion will not bring the money. If you say just passion alone,
Hmm.
if you don't bring in that creative business, crazy ideas, and leave your shell, sometimes you might just have to. I think let me just take this space. Let me travel to another state for just 1 month. Okay, let me leave this space and go to this space. Let me see how these guys are doing it. Do you get? Okay, let me take for example, there's some ministries designers that are doing very well. If you just stay in your ministry alone and not look at other designers and see how they are doing it, it might just be okay. You are the boss there. It might be in a fashion brand. You see how a lot of brands that are opened, and funny enough, we have these people around us, designers around us that we can learn from. You get? So as I was saying, learn, research, practice, and increase your influence. Your influence will affect. Now you can't do these things, and your level of creativity will be the same. It will keep growing. I think that's how you can excel as a graphic designer. Don't keep learning. You're humble enough to learn. You have mentors, yes. You have mentors that put your hand through, that you show and guide you through. I was talking about Chris Do. He's a distance mentor to me. I might not be able to communicate with him one on one, but there's some things he puts there that I follow. There are many other designers like that that I follow, learn, research. When you research, you see the latest things going on in this field. How to package yourself, what to do, what not to do, how you can create a community like this, like Arknote, how you can create a community because there's a ripple effect this will cause. The ripple effect this will cause in the creative industry, the community of a thing. I don't think there's something like Association of Graphic Designers of Nigeria. I don't know if there's something like that. But these are little units will come together to form communities and build standardization, probably from government level or whatever it is, and it becomes and it's even a big thing. You get? So God will help us. I think those are from my angle. Be humble to learn, research, research and increase your level of influence. It affects your creativity. And of course, the pocket is not empty indirectly. Thank you.
Wow, 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 wow. This is
Thank you, sir.
wonderful. Thank you so much. God bless you, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I'm going to take the last question, which is there with certificate after the training. Wow. What do we do like this? Oh wow. I think okay, now I think I'm going to take it from this end now. Initially we never had any plan. We don't even have any plan of maybe giving out certificates. There's no plan for like giving out certificates to participants. But so I think I and my team we actually talked about that. We'll talk about that, and even the ghost as well would also talk about that, and would definitely revert back to everyone since we have everyone's email, and for those who are yet to join the designer the designers community, they should please join because we can also use that platform as a means of passing out information if we are going to come out to actually like offer the certificates to those who actually participated. So would but it's going to come with an evidence, and that evidence is okay. Truly, you came online, like you were online with us all through. But even from this end now, at least I saw the comment of two persons. So that Olamijulo Olamijulo. Okay, Olamijulo Florence and Kadiri Bisola. So I'm so sure that even without putting out any evidence, these two persons, yes, they actually joined the webinar. I'm sure that some other persons actually joined. Probably if I should check, um, if I should check their, yes, Oluwaseun Elijah, yes, I can cite you, sir. So he also participated. So some other persons that also liked the video and like that. So I'm going to check. We're going to check after now. We'll check after now, and that is if we're going to offer the certificate. Yeah, so that's if we would agree, probably maybe agree on issuing a certificate to those who participated. Okay, so without wasting much of our time, I think we've actually summarized. We've talked so much on this point, like on this regards concerning the topic which says design your career. So to just wrap it up as a summary, is just never keep learning. Believe in yourself. Yeah, never stop learning. Never stop learning. Believe in yourself and believe in God. So, bro Joseph, do you have any summary or conclusion to render? Yeah, before we close for the day.
Okay, my last take home words for everyone following and everyone that will be watching is four letter words, tag with four letter words. EAT, eating, eat. So the E stands for education. And the first thing we do in life after from informal, formal home parenting and all, they take us to school. Why? Because it's a standard that's very germane for most people that are privileged to go to school. Education is very important. To build a successful career in this brand, in this field, whatever industry you are, as a creative or a designer, education is very important. You need to keep educating yourself. You can earn a BS certificate in graphic design. Some universities are in graphic design, some universities
Exactly,
are,
sir.
you can earn a master's, you can earn a PhD. If you can't do those things, look for Coursera courses, Udemy courses, different platforms where you can educate yourself. The A starts for action. After doing those things, take action. Take action. It might not make sense to you, but that idea that just popped up after reading those things, some things pop up in your mind, do it. Some people started some of the things we are doing right now. You can start something. Don't limit yourself with this thing doesn't make sense. So one of the popular creative in this Nigeria, Tola Alabi, you can check him. The first design he did was one conventional logo. And it was like, you need to create the trend. Just create the trend. If I see it, I would have said this is not a logo. He said some people told him that this is not a logo. But at the long run, he said some clients started coming to him like, I like this your logo. I like the way they do my own like that too. Do my own like that, do my own like that. Those are the ripple effects your action will cause. Don't limit your action. Number three, tell people about yourself. That is T. E, educate. A, take action. That's action rather. T, tell. Open your mouth, talk. Posts, your WhatsApp, your Instagram, your Facebook. You can even start from your personal profile page that you're building 10 years ago. That page, you can start. Let them know that, Sodiq, you is no more, he's not a graphic designer. Let them know you. You get, let them know you. Tell people. And the last, which is S, 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 standards. Standards. If there's no standard, if there are no principle, nothing might be able to guide one. Do you understand? Build structures, start for standards and structures. Try to build your own standard and structure. These are where business idea comes, business initiative comes in to your creative and all the things you have learned. And with it, you're good to go. Thank you. That's all.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Thank you very much, sir. God bless. Really appreciate your availability. It has been a wonderful one. We're so
It's a
grateful.
pleasure.
We're so
Thank you.
grateful.
Thank you. I
We're so
appreciate it too.
grateful.
Thank you for having me here.
Yeah.
It's a
So
big
for those
honor.
of us who are yet to know um, Bro Joseph and I myself, Bro Joseph is actually the team lead of geographics. So if you are hearing geographics, that's the man. Yeah.
Maybe
So
I should announce
so
here.
I'm going
It
to.
has sorry, maybe I should just this it has been King Joe Graphics. So that's the full name.
Wow.
King Joe
Glory,
Graphics.
glory,
Graphics.
glory, glory,
Should I actually
glory.
say how to announce the changing
Oh,
of
that's
name?
good.
It's not
That's
really
good.
a changing of name,
Please,
it has actually
can you type it and like
okay.
okay? So can you just type it and like send it as an alert? Can you do that from
Oh,
your end?
okay. Yeah.
Can you do that from your
Uh
end?
okay. All right.
Okay, yeah. Just do that.
Oh, still the same issue. But let me just drop it in the comment section. That's
Okay,
our
okay, no
brand
problem.
new. That's the name of our market. That's the name of our shop.
Okay, okay. Let me send it as a banner. So for those that wants to. So viewers, that's the name King Joe Graphics. King Joe Graphics. So King Joe, you can actually search on Instagram as well. It's on Instagram. What other platform, bro Joseph? Yeah, what other
Yeah,
platform
it's
can you use
number
again?
one. I use Instagram, Facebook. I use LinkedIn. I use Pinterest. I use Behance. Those are the five key platforms. Right? Behance. The only Behance is an
Okay.
Adobe affiliated portfolio platform. Very good for creatives. You can check it out. Behance.
Okay.
Behance. Not Binance. So Behance. 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 Very, very creative. You can go there, see ideas, see guys there and connect and meet other people.
Okay,
So you can as
that's a
well
good
just
one.
search geographics. Okay, geographics, anyone. Something will come up.
Okay,
And I use
okay, no
WhatsApp too.
problem. That's a good one, sir. So okay, that's normal, normal. So and the very humble boy, the very humble boy here. Is so my name is Oluwaseun Samuel Arknote. So I think we're
Swale.
on Instagram,
Swale.
we're on
Swale.
Pinterest, which one is we are on Pinterest, we are on Facebook. What other platform again? Are we on Twitter? No, we're not on Twitter. We are on
Yeah, and
Telegram.
Twitter.
We are on
And Twitter.
WhatsApp.
Like that.
Yeah, so
Mm.
it's very important. Yeah, so I think that's all. Yeah, so that's all. And we have our academy, so whereby you can learn
Yes.
either on site, online. You can learn from Arknote Academy. I'm so sure he also has an online platform for learning as well. So you can also learn. And for our information as well, please, we are coming up with, let me quickly share my screen. We're coming up with a class, masterclass, just 10 days masterclass. Just 10 days masterclass for those who would like to. For those who would like to, please. We actually streamline it to the teenagers and youth that wants to learn video creation and editing. I'm so sure you guys actually saw some of the logo animation we did, the logo animation, whiteboard animation. So from there, there's no way we're going to talk about this video creation. that we won't talk about storytelling. You get, there is no way we will talk about whiteboard animation. Definitely we'll talk about storytelling. So how do you get a compelling storytelling? So during this video creation masterclass training, we'll definitely be talking about it. And the bonuses are actually there, whereby you have access to monetization, like on how to monetize your knowledge, which is the weekend Zoom meeting. Weekend student self timetable for course videos. So we'll also put that. Also, Facebook post promotion and boosting. We'll also be talking about how you can help brands, help individual to boost their post, their Facebook posts. And this training is coming with a certificate for 100% completion. So if you are going to like complete the course, or sorry, the training all to 100%, we would definitely offer you a certificate. And it's not much, 2000 naira, just 2000 naira. You can either use the bank account details to transfer or the payment link. The payment link is also there. I'll also be posting the payment link. So it's just between 21st, sorry, it's supposed to be 21st of April to 30th of April this year. So our general class is WhatsApp and mentorship class is Zoom. So I think that's just it. There is a need for you to learn. Always learn. Just learn. Make sure you learn. So pick up the best and never stop learning. God bless you. Yeah, so that's just it on that. I think we've actually the Lord has actually helped us. Yeah, He has helped us so far. So okay. So once again, thank you very much, Mr. Joseph. God bless you. And
Thank
we
you, Sister.
love to see more of you. We would like to see more of you together with Arknote to talk and also impact lives. To talk and also impact life. And that's just our
Thank you.
mission and our goal to impact life. Yeah, to impact life. So at this point, I'll say a big thank you to you all who were able to join with all the challenges we have with Nigerian network. God bless you. Thanks for staying till the end. God bless you. We
Thank
love
you.
you.
God bless you.
Yeah.
Samuel is a multi-talented creative professional with expertise in design, video creation, cinematography, and web development. He is known for his innovative approach, strategic thinking, and leadership skills. Samuel is passionate about mentoring young creatives, both within and outside the field. His divine strategic thinking has helped achieve excellent goals for ministries and organizations both within and outside Nigeria. Overall, Samuel is the team lead at Arknote Media Global, a passionate and dedicated creative professional with a proven track record of delivering outstanding results. His talent, leadership skills, and commitment to excellence make him an asset to any organization that he is a part of. Joseph is a creative expert and a multi-versatile graphic designer with more than 5 years of experience in branding identity design, print designs, multimedia and digital communication. He is inventive, a brilliant team player and a leader who has volunteered, mentored several young creative minds to their creative peaks. His understanding of design as a problem-solving tool has helped to achieve excellent goals with brands and ministries. He is an expert in illustrating brand identity and registering an irresistible product in clients' mind. His core perspective about graphic designs are simplicity, modernized and creative. Joseph is the team lead of Joe Graphics.